EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
He's got it inside the 5. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Zamir White, touchdown Las Vegas. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Carlson able to knock through the extra point. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he takes off.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Brown. And he's going to get the 1st down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Dayton Reed was the intended target. Now it's going to be third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll throw here on third and short. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Back to throw. That's incomplete. Darius Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. But some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Now Ritter on first down. That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. From the gun, it's Ritter. He runs with it, and he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Raiders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the pistol, it's Ritter. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
To say this group has started strong here in the 1st quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They get the guard, Jackson Powers Johnson. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
Putting the tight end in motion. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. A nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Ritter. He pulls it in around the 5. White, touchdown Vegas. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's Brown. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That's hard! And he will score! Touchdown, Saints. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Raiders 21, Saints 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Play action. It's Ritter. He'll find his running back, White. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Now Ritter. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Back to throw, Ritter. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Here's Ritter. A throw right side is intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover. Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The reception for Rondale Moore. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. That is hard. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. Are going to take over here at their own 22.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Ritter to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Ritter. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. From the gun, it's Ritter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. One final throw before the break, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, first and 10. They go play action now. Ritter fires left sideline. That is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
That's caught downfield. Dobbs. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now Ritter on first down. He gets this one to Tucker. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That one caught by Tucker. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll try to run with White. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on third and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
From the gun on third down, here's Ritter. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
His throw left side is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to beat him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. They'll motion a tight end right. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. We got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. With that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Ritter. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural runs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Ritter now off the bootleg. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Vegas.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown,
from the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the pistol, a give to White. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. He's got a man. It's Dobbs.
What that play call tells me is that play caller made up his mind. We're on 3rd and inches. If we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th down. So he really treated that 3rd down like 2nd down. They work the outside part of the field. Simple pitch and catch. It's a nice pickup.
Thrown quickly on the RPO to Bowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
He'll find his running back, White. And he's into the end zone yet again. Zamir White, touchdown Raiders. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all off-season long, to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A carry here for Brown. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Now Brown has some room inside the 30. And they finally get to him inside the 10-yard line. But the yellow flag is out. And this one might be coming back. Moore going in motion. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Third and long. Moore going in motion. Throwing now on third and long. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
At their own 24-yard line.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. On the handoff, it's White. And he'll get this up close to a first down, working it to the 33-yard line. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. On play action, Ritter. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's 3rd and
Throwing is Ritter. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Saints lining up in punt formation. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. Up the sideline to the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So the Black Hole celebrates. It's a win for the Raiders. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.